Hey, this is my first TTC video. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, my name is Sarah and I am 31. I am trying to conceive baby number 1. And I have been trolling YouTube, watching TTC videos, basically just to pass the 2-week wait, pass the time. And I don't know, I figure I better find a hobby, and I was like, ooh, why don't I make my own TTC video? So here we are. Yeah, we are trying to have baby number 1. We had 2 failed pregnancies last year, one at 15 weeks and one at almost 9 weeks, and that one was with identical twins. So it has been a long 12 months. With the first 2, we honestly did not have we didn't have a hard time getting pregnant. I know that, you know, people in the TTC community, well, it's like nails on a chalkboard, but really we didn't. And I was concerned because we had never tried to get pregnant before, and the first time, bam, my husband was shocked. He was like, okay, well, I thought that we were going to at least get to try for a few months, but no. The second one, same thing. We were 2 months out from the miscarriage, and again, got pregnant right away. So yeah, this time around, we've been, I guess, actively trying to conceive for 3 months now, or 3 cycles. I was secretly trying to conceive the cycle before that too, so technically it's 4, but 2 months of charting, and well, 2.5 months. I started late. You know, 3 cycles back, I started charting and using OPKs in the middle of my cycle. So 2 months of like full-on charting, temping, using OPKs, tracking, supplements. It has been exhausting. It's like watching grass grow. But I mean, as disappointed as you are at the end of the cycle when you get your BF in, you know, and you go through your PMS pity party, cycle day 1, you're ready to go again. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So anyways, I am currently 8 DPO today, and I am on pins and needles. I'm actually really discouraged today. I had a really good feeling this month because our baby dancing was perfect. I couldn't have timed that better. I was really upset last month because we got in right under the wire, maybe even too late, I don't know. But this month, it worked out just absolutely perfect. I had been using, and here's another thing. My CM had been, ever since I have been tracking and trying, I have like no CM. So I think that the stress of trying to conceive, of charting and, you know, just checking everything daily really does take a toll, because that never used to be a problem for me ever, until recently. So anyways, so this past cycle I started using evening primrose oil. Is that what it is? Yeah. I started using that on cycle day 1 to increase CM, and I'm not going to go into what CM is. If you are a TTC or you know what CM is. So yeah, you're supposed to take it cycle day 1 right up through ovulation, and it really worked. So I was pleasantly surprised. It made me feel a little crampy, I think, you know. So I actually discontinued it. I discontinued it when my OPK started getting darker, because you're not supposed to take it apparently after you ovulate, because it can cause uterine contractions and hinder implantation. So yeah, that was good. I've been taking B6 actually been taking B6 for like 4 months now, because I actually started taking that for another reason, just other health reasons. And then I realized from reading that it can actually increase your luteal phase. And so I was like, well, why not? So I have been taking that religiously every night. And my past 2 or 3 cycles before this one, I ovulated on cycle day. Well, I got my first positive OPK on cycle day 15. This time, my cycle actually started a day earlier than it normally does. And I got my first positive OPK on cycle day 11. So that was bizarre, and I don't know if that's because of the B6 or the evening primrose oil, or my cycles just changed. When I got pregnant with my first son, my cycles were 25 days. They used to be 28 days like clockwork, and I don't know, maybe just got older and they changed to 25. After the miscarriage, they went back to 28. But no, I got real brain fog today. Anyways, they went back to 28, maybe even 29 days. And I think maybe they're going back to 25 days. I think maybe that's what it is. But anyways, positive OPK on cycle day 11. We actually had baby danced like 30 minutes before I got a positive OPK. So I was like, oh. And yeah, after the positive OPK, we baby danced for the next 4 days. That night, the OPK was positive, but it was not darker than the control line. It was the same color. I'll actually input a pic of my OPKs. You can't really tell because the you know, after they've been dried, they don't look like they did whenever they were. And you know, I actually have a picture of a fresh one, so I'll input a couple of pics of my OPKs. Cycle day 11, I had a positive OPK. It actually started getting lighter that night, so I thought my surge was over. Cycle day 12, I had another positive OPK that, in my opinion, was even darker, even more positive. So, yeah, brain fog. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, we baby danced. It was perfect timing. Fertility friend actually gave me crosshairs on cycle day 13. So positive OPK, cycle day 11. cycle day 12 and crosshairs on cycle day 13. So, as far as symptoms go, I don't know, 1 to 3 DPO, really nothing out of the ordinary for post-ovulation. I did have like an increased appetite. Wanted to eat everything on the planet. A little bit more tired, didn't want to do stuff, but that's just kind of normal for me anyways after ovulation, even whenever I'm not pregnant. So 4 DPO, I don't really remember if that was, seems like I started having cramping like on 4 DPO. Oh, and hot flashes. Bad hot flashes on 4 DPO. On 5 DPO, cramping, more cramping. And a lot of like, it felt like ovulation pain, like ovary pain, I guess. So it wasn't like serious cramping, but a lot of like shooting ovary pain. On cycle day 6, this is when I started really getting I started to lose control of my mind because I woke up with a really, really bad headache, and it kind of stuck with me all day. I had what felt like morning sickness all day. It continued all day into the night. I won't say all day because it didn't start until probably like noon. Before that, I wasn't really feeling much of anything. But yeah, around like noon going on to the rest of the night, I had like a real like morning sickness type feeling even after the headache went away. So could have been because of the headache, could have been because of hormones. I have no idea. Cycle day 7, which was yesterday, I woke up feeling fine. I was tired. When I say tired, I mean like I'm not like, oh, I'm exhausted. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to wash the dishes. I'm not interested in doing anything but laying around and being a bum, basically. So yeah, I had there goes the brain fog again. I'm so sorry. This is going to be terrible. But yeah, so I felt like that. And then what was weird is last night, see, I work from home, so I sit at a desk all day, and I had started getting like cramping. It's not what I would call cramping. It felt like, I don't know, my vag was aching, I guess. Like, it felt like a toothache or something. I don't know. It just, all day it felt like that, like really, really, really low ache all day, like all that evening anyways. It continued on until last night. I took a WandFo test, and if you don't know what those, I'm sure you know what those are, but they're just like a cheap internet dipstick test. I took one last night, and I swear I saw a line, like a shadow of a line. I'm not even going to post a picture of it because nobody else could see it but me. I'm a member on a website called Baby Center, and they have these like threads where you can post pictures of your tests, and there was a few girls that were like, ooh, let's see it, and then there was some other girls that were like, I don't know what you're talking about. So anyways, I saw a line, and that was my last test too, which is ridiculous because that means I used all of those cheap tests this cycle before 7 DPO. So that's so stupid. 8. So I wake up on 8 DPO and I go, which is today, and I go straight to Dollar Tree and buy some dollar tests. Nothing, like white as the driven snow. Nothing. Made me very sad. Also, I had a temp drop this morning, which just has ruined my whole day. I'll post a picture of my chart. That way you can see what I'm talking about. Anyways, so, yep, after that temp drop, I know that that's probably like either my progesterone decreasing or my estrogen increasing, which I think honestly is actually normal in the middle of your luteal phase anyways. I guess it's when the whatever that corpus luteum cyst or whatever stops producing progesterone, and that's when, I mean, typically I guess you would implant and then the placenta would take over and start producing progesterone if you are indeed pregnant, and I guess that's when your temperature would go back up. But anyways, yeah, that didn't make me happy. So yeah, today I am going to go to Walmart and I'm going to buy some first response tests. I'm going to see if they have the flat ones, but if not, I'll just get the curve, because I'm not going to spend $20 on a digital and a flat one when I can get 3 of the curved ones for $12. Yes, it is absolutely true what people say about the curved handled first response tests giving false positives or indents. I don't know if that's just how they are, but the last 2 or 3 months, if you are the type of person who studies a test, takes pictures, tries to lighten or darken them so you can, to see if you can see a line, you will see a line whether you're pregnant or not on those tests, and it's disheartening, I guess. So, but I know what that looks like, and I know what a real positive one looks like, so I'm going to go ahead and get those this evening, and I will post the live pregnancy test at 8 DPO at the end of this video. I know it's been a long video. It was my first video. I will get the hang of it. I'm just trying to find something to do to pass the time during my 2-week wait. So, all right. If you have any suggestions for me, any comments, notice anything weird about my chart or whatever, just leave a comment below, and yeah, I will, I guess I'll talk to you guys here in a minute, I guess actually hours later, and do the live pregnancy test. So, hey y'all, so I'm back. I went ahead and went to Walmart, got the first response 6 days sooner test. I could find the flat one, but it was a flat one and a digital, and it was $12 for the both of those. And I don't like using a digital until I'm, you know, further out, like 12 DPO or something like that. So I feel like it's a waste. Sorry, that was my dog. This, I don't know. I may wait to use one of these until tomorrow morning, but I also got the First Signal, the Walmart 88-cent test, and that's what I'm going to do first. So let's go ahead and do this and see if anything comes up at all, and then I'll make my mind up about the first response. Okay. Okay, so yes, I peed in a coffee cup. Gross, huh? And go ahead and do, can't hold my hand still, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of the B vitamins have made my urine super yellow. So, alright. I just don't have very good light in here at all. This is like really horrible quality, but okay, I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes and then we'll look at it, okay? Okay, so I can't see much at all on the first signal test, so since I'm such a glutton for punishment, I'm going to use one of my first response tests, so let's see how it goes. Two, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. I'm always afraid I'm not going to hold it in long enough. I like to see it start coming up the, here it goes. Alright, so whatever. See what happens. I don't know, the lighting is so horrible, like it seems so blurry. Okay, I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes and we'll come right back. Okay, so the first response test. I see a line, but I see a line on everything. I mean, there's definitely a line there, but it could be the indent. It has fooled me before. So it's enough to give me a little bit of hope, but at the same time, anyway, so tomorrow I'm not going to do it first thing in the morning. Probably going to do it later in the afternoon, just so it gives the hormone some more time to build, and we'll see what happens. All right, talk to you tomorrow.